Hello people, this is Ashwin Vidyala here. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to have to make this quick and force myself to be succinct. Today I was talking to my mom and she was talking to me about this video she was watching by this guy named Sandeep Maheshwari, self-help stuff. And she actually asked me to listen to it right now, so I probably might. And she said it was pretty good. And she was talking to me about this thing he was talking about, Steve Jobs. How Steve Jobs was like obsessed with design, which we all know. And he spent a lot of money and time into streamlining the circuitry in the phone cosmetically, like to just make it look good. He painstakingly did things to make it look good. And people kept telling him, why the hell do you care? Nobody's going to look at it. You're spending time and money into something that nobody's ever going to look into and really not appreciate. It's just an absolute waste because that doesn't affect functionality, apparently. And then he said, yes, but I am going to look at it, right? I know. And so that's good enough for me. I remember I was reading Napoleon Hill once, and he, in the chapter on going the extra mile, he talks about how when you do more than you're required to do, you can gain a lot of personal power and stuff. But he also said, there is a pleasure, a satisfaction that one derives from doing one's work in the best way that one can do it. There is a satisfaction that cannot be described, but can only be known by the individual who does his or her work to the best of his or her ability. Something like that. So there is that satisfaction, like when you're doing whatever you do it right, do it to the best of your ability. And that is the satisfaction which nobody can explain to you, basically. And I have experienced that, and I can vouch for that. It can be mundane, it can be stupid, it can be sweeping the effing floors. It doesn't matter. And plus probably nobody will ever notice. But then you will gain that satisfaction. And I think that will take you a long, long way, and it will make you happy. Absurd as it might sound, it's actually true. Now, I know that it sounds absurd, but also sounds good. But you will not know until you try it for yourself. So it was just interesting when my mom said that, this came to my head. And so yeah, some of the most successful people who ever walked the history of the world understood this, of doing something not for glory's sake, but for doing it to be precise and to be satisfied. If they understand that, I think that's something we can definitely emulate from those guys. Alright, I'm done. Have a good one, guys.